Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Israel, also known as Izzy-centric on social media, and today we are going to be talking about a particular book. And my glasses are still crooked, so I am probably going to go ahead and remove them. For those of you who are just getting to know me, and I'm at 6 subscribers as of right now, so you guys, there's plenty of you who do not know me yet. I am a demonologist. My foundation for what I study is, as far as a religion, or I call it a spirituality, is my Christianity. I leave no stone unturned when it comes to this stuff, so I'm going to be sharing with you one of the staples to my angelology that I study, as well as the demonology I study. It's not going to be the main book I'm going to be talking about, but it is right in front of me, so I figured why not. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you this first book. So, Christians, for those of you who do not know of this book, I believe this book, the Book of Enoch, was removed from the official church canon somewhere in the 1500s. I believe it was Constantine who got his hands on this thing and removed it. The church deemed it as too scary, or at least that was their one of their popular statements. I'm going to leave this here for a second so that you guys can pause the video and read that, but I really don't feel like explaining the Book of Enoch, but if you read this, then you will pretty much know. Compilation of Dead Sea Scrolls. This goes over Noah's great-grandfather, and essentially, long story, super short, the Genesis talks about giants being born in the days of Noah and the things that came to pass. This essentially goes over that in detail. So this was pretty much in Genesis, and then it was removed. Alright, so really great thing to get started on if you are interested in studying what I study. But that is actually not the book we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about this baddie right here. I tried to, that's doing it again. Let me actually put my glasses back on so I can really look at this. It's getting so blurry. I'm so sorry, guys. I really don't know why it's doing this. Lord, guide me as I open this book. I do not touch this book. Okay. Gosh. Guys, what you were looking at here is a grimoire. Essentially, this was built to hold spells. A grimoire is a book of spells. This book is empty for the most part. The only thing that has been written in this thing is our to-do list for moving out. The York McKelvey Center as an example, just one of the places. This center actually used to be a school in York, South Carolina. I want to check that place out and do an investigation on it. I'm praying that they allow me to. I'm waiting on getting a camera. If I do manage to get the camera, I'm definitely going to contact them. Just because it's going to be so dark in there when I do it. There's part of it. So, this is stuff we added. This was meant to be a research book for me, just because I was like, ooh, it's all eerie and stuff. This book is homemade. And for those of you who are wondering, let's see, it's bound in leather. The guy said, apparently, that this is real gold we're looking at, or so he says. It's so easy to make fool's gold. I mean, this feels like it's real gold. Another black page. Now, something very interesting about these black pages. They were not black to begin with. It is going to be impossible for me to show you guys what was behind this page before. But it was essentially that the first and last page was a spirit board setup. You would open it, and then it would be a Ouija board going across, and that told me right away what this book was meant for. Those of you who don't know much about grimoires. See, I'm still studying this stuff because grimoires is one of those subjects that I know of, and I'm digging at it. But man, it's so deep. The main purpose, because a grimoire in general is just a spell book, but a grimoire's main purpose is to conjure spirits, usually demonic entities. That's usually what these are for, which would explain why I'm getting bad vibes off this thing. I'm telling you, I don't even like touching this thing. I don't like being around it. I uncovered it this morning. It was an accident. I was actually meaning to film this to show you guys just some of these crazy things that just fall in my lap. The origins of grimoires are like when you actually do the research, you peel behind Gerard Gardner and some of the other names I can't think of right now of Wicca and so on and so forth. You peel behind that. You go back 100, 200, 300, 400 years ago. You go back a couple thousand years ago. King Solomon was one who comprised a lot of his work into grimoires because he made a habit of conjuring evil spirits and then turning around and capturing them. The intention behind it cannot be good. I didn't paint it. I had my wife paint those pages because I kept thinking it was a visual thing. I thought I was looking at the Ouija board or spirit board symbols, and I was thinking to myself, that makes me, nervous. I don't like that. It was just, the stigma attached to it just made me feel uncomfortable. And it's funny now because the more I study it now, the more it actually doesn't mess with me because I know a Ouija board by itself cannot mess with you. So, but at the time, I thought maybe that's what was weirding me out, but no. I got the book in front of me. I'm looking at it now. She painted over it. This still felt weird. There were actually some creaks and moans behind me when I was doing this video earlier. And that was fun. I always like that. My phone is just acting so funny. So I'm showing you guys one more time. This is the front of the book. Here's the symbols. I want to mention this too. Don't mind how my room looks right now. I know, yeah, it looks crazy. I'm almost done packing. There's just, this handful of items that you can't find a box for, or category rather. So it occurred to me, I almost forgot to tell you, I almost ended the video without telling you the story behind this book. How did I get this book? Because if you didn't know any better, you would think that I found this in a tomb somewhere. It's meant to lock, but when the way the guy made it, it doesn't stretch over. Leather tightens, and he probably didn't think about that. But see, I can't pull it all the way over, so it's stuck open now. But it's meant to lock. It is meant to lock. And like I said before, I can't prove it to you, but I promise you I'm not making it up. There is a reason. We did paint these pages. This page and the back page. We did paint it, and there was a reason why. In fact, I can't remember if it was this page or if it was the inside of the book. I think when she closed it, it ended up just covering all of it, and she was trying to pretty it up for me because I told her I didn't want to waste this thing, but the more I was around it, the more uncomfortable I started getting. So, yeah. So one more time, this is the book here. This is this. Now, don't freak out over this symbol, although I really do not know what. If you guys want to pause the video, I don't really know what that says. I really don't know. Let's go ahead and go over the story. When Sam worked, and I won't disclose the store she worked at, but she worked at this New Age shop in Rock Hill. That might have given away right there. Ha! She was very well known for what she did. Super nice person. She always has been, and super helpful. This guy walks in, and this is her story here. She's busy with our son right now. Otherwise, I would have her tell this part. But guy walks in, says, "Hey, I make books of spells for people. I sell them for about $100 a piece. But you seem like a great person. You seem really cool, and I really feel like you could really use this." And just freaking hands it to her. It's hers now. The crazy part was she didn't even help him with much. You know, it wasn't like she helped him with like this huge order or anything. He just walked in and said, "Hey, you have a nice smile. Here's this book." I already don't like the look. That already makes me weirded out about this. Man, there's an energy about this book. And I'm telling you now that I cannot put my finger on. I can't explain it. I've tried explaining it to people. My wife understands best. The best way I can describe it to you guys is the intention behind this book could not have been good. There is something about this book. When the guy made it, there was something about it that I don't know. It's just it feels like this negative energy to me. Due to the fact that the insides had symbols, had conjuring symbols, Ouija board symbols, that tells me right off the bat that this book was designed to invoke spirits. What kind? I don't know. But judging from the intentions I get feeling off this thing, I can only assume they weren't good. On the outside, you got the pinnacle. What is a pinnacle? For those of you who don't know, well, it's a symbol for protection. So whoever designed this book, it was made to help protect themselves from whatever spells they were putting in this thing. But the fact that these pages are empty of spells anyway, not my shopping list. That tells me right there that I don't know who he's selling these books to, but man, I would like to. I wouldn't want to meet him. I would not want to meet him. And I'm sorry, guys. I did promise you this was going to be a short video. We're about 4 minutes now. I'm gonna try to cut this down as much as possible. I've been trying to get my phone to focus on this grimoire. I don't know why it keeps going out of focus like that. I'm trying not to blame every hiccup with my phone. I don't try to chalk it up to, oh, it's spirits, but I swear every time I'm doing one of these videos and I am in a haunted area or just a place with paranormal activity or haunted objects or grimoires, my phone wants to mess up. So in this case, the phone won't focus for nothing. I zoom it out, zoom it in. It's like nothing's going on with this thing. I cannot get it to focus. And I got the Book of Enoch over here, and it's focusing fine. My next video, I am going to actually show you a new app that I jumped on called Hooked, where I will be going over a story. I'm going to try to find the creepiest one possible. And I'm going to let you guys actually view the whole thing and my reaction to it. I can't wait. So, oh, something got in my eye. All right. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.